Hey, my name's Jason Kisa, and this is 5 easy steps to get into the job you want. Now, it's really important. This really is the job you want, not just a job. Okay? Now, here's how this came about and why I'm making the video. A few weeks ago, I was at the gym and I ran into a former coworker of mine who was exploring a move out of state. She's just in the process of thinking about changing jobs and everything else she's going to have to do to make this happen. She wasn't sure what she wanted to do, where she wanted to go, and she was asking me for my advice, or we got in that conversation. So I started going through some things I would do to differentiate myself if I was in her shoes. She asked me to send her an email outlining these things, and I thought rather than sending one message to one person, I would record a video outlining this because this relates to a lot of people. Getting the job you want. So here's the first step. You need to answer this first question in getting the job you want. And that's answering the question, what do you want to do? You have to know what you want. If you know this, if you know who you are, what you want, what you're passionate about, have an idea of what you want to do, you can move on to the next bullet points. But I'm surprised for how many people don't know. If you're in this I don't know camp, that's a problem. If you're in this I don't know camp and you're trying to talk to other people and you're dependent on other people to help you figure this out, you're wasting a lot of time. You need to look in the mirror, accept some personal responsibility for what you want your future to look like, and learn more about yourself. So here's some questions you can ask that can help you get closer to what you want to do. Real easy. What do you like doing? And when I ask what you like doing, I'm not asking what career, what position, what job. I'm asking what activities, what are the things you actually like doing? Do you like communicating with people? Do you like being around people? Do you like helping people? Do you like organizing information? Do you like working with technical things? Do you like working with numbers? What are the things you like doing? You can think about the things you do in your daily life that you enjoy and don't enjoy, and that can help answer the question. As important of what you like doing is what you don't like doing. Let's start to get to know that as well. All right. We're always going to have jobs that there's things about them that we like and we don't like. But if we can learn more about these things, we can start to get more laser focused on what we like and hopefully find that. So here's a trick that I tell people, or a recommendation I have who are trying to figure this out. Print out your resume or open your resume. And for each position you've held, have a I liked doing and didn't like doing list. And for each position you've held, identify 5 things you like doing and 5 things you did not like doing. I bet when you get done with your resume, you're going to see a theme of the things you liked doing and the things you didn't like doing. That's going to get you closer to what you want to do and what you might enjoy and what you might be good at. What are you interested in? What are you curious about? What do you find yourself talking about and looking at? What are some things that you're interested in? What are you passionate about? What excites you? What do you find purposeful and meaningful? Here's the deal. When we find opportunities and get jobs and have careers that align with our passions and our interests, we're more engaged, we're more motivated, we're more resilient. The annoying things aren't as annoying. The frustrating things aren't as frustrating because we're doing things that are engaging us every single day. That is part of the what we want to do. Okay? So if you're able to answer the question, what do you want to do? Let's move on to the next bullet point. And that is what organizations align with what you want to do. Okay? Now, if you're the type of person that you've done a variety of different things, you have a variety of different skill sets, maybe it's not about a position, maybe it's about an organization. An organization that aligns with your interests and your passions and what you find meaningful and purposeful. You know, maybe it's less important about what you were doing within and that you're a part of a bigger picture that's aligning with who you are. Find those organizations out. What organizations align with that? Maybe you do have a specified skill set. Maybe you do have a specific job that you are good at or you can differentiate yourself. You still want to start at the same place. What organizations align with what you want to do from a purpose standpoint, interest standpoint, and see if they offer your specific position or if they need that within their organization. That's going to go a long way. Once you're starting to do this and you're starting to see who these organizations are, make a list of them and learn as much as you can about each organization. And you can do this in seconds. In 20 seconds, I can go to LinkedIn, I can search an organization, I can click on their page, I can click on the About tab, and I can read a snippet about them. I can see how many employees they have, what they're doing, where they're located, and I can see who works for them as well. So we want to make a list and learn as much about these organizations as we can. Once we do this, we want to get to know their key people. Use their website, use LinkedIn. A lot of websites may have employee directories. LinkedIn is certainly available to do that as well. Also, under the company page in LinkedIn, like I said, you can click on a people tab and it will tell you who's on LinkedIn that works with them. And you want to get to know who their key people are. And when I say key people, I would categorize this as people doing what you want to do, managers who manage what you want to do. Now, you may have to do some searching and some research around this. People in HR that play a role in possible hiring or screening candidates, or members of leadership. Okay, the higher the better. Top leaders down. So we want to get to know who their key people are, use their website, use LinkedIn, and do this. When you know who these people are, connect with them. Connect with them on LinkedIn. Okay? If they're not on LinkedIn, find another way to connect with them. Maybe it's sending the message, but connect with their key people and send them a message. Here's what you're doing through this process. You know what you want to do. You're intentionally looking at organizations that align with that. Most people don't do this. You're learning about the organizations. Most people looking for a job don't do this. You're connecting with their people. You're getting laser focused on this. And I'm telling you, most people don't do this. You're going to differentiate yourself from everybody else that's just doing resumes and applications over job boards and LinkedIn. When you send them a message, here's what you want to do. First, you want to introduce yourself. That's a no-brainer, right? Introduce yourself. Tell them you are interested in working at their organization. Now, I should pause. This isn't about jobs being open. They may not be hiring at all. That's not the point. Your goal with this is not specifically to get hired. Your goal is to build relationships, is to differentiate yourself from everybody else out there. So you're going to introduce yourself and you're going to make it known. I want to work at your organization. Tell them you're interested. And tell them why you're interested. Tell them how what they do aligns with who you are, aligns with what you want, aligns with your passions and your interests. You can go into how you think you can make a difference in their organization. I am telling you, 90% of people out there probably hire, 90% of people out there looking for a job are doing it the same old way. Sending in resumes, sending in applications, filling out job boards, trying to compete with everybody else out there that's doing the same thing. This is a key way to differentiate yourself. Ask for an informational interview. Now, you know what a job interview is. They have a position open. They're interested in you. You're curious about them. You schedule a time to talk about the job. You're not concerned with this at this point. You're asking for an information interview to learn about them and learn about the company more. You're going to ask some really good questions. You're going to build a relationship with some key people, and you're going to differentiate yourself from everybody else out there. Now, they may not be hiring, but that doesn't mean you can't follow up. That doesn't mean you can't follow up. That doesn't mean you don't continue to build a relationship. So put yourself in their shoes. All of a sudden they have a job opening and they're doing things the same old way. They're going through job boards, going through LinkedIn. They're receiving a bajillion emails and resumes from everybody else doing the same thing. But then there's you. You want to work at their company. They want to know why, they know why you want to work at their company. You've built a connection with them. They know what you're about. I bet you move to the top of the list. I bet you get considered for those opportunities that you want. It's a much different approach and much more intentional approach than just going on the internet and blasting your resume and application all over the place, hoping to get a job that you'll like. Follow these 5 steps to get the job you want. My name is Jason Keesaw. You can learn more about me and everything else I talk about at jasonkeesaw.com. Thanks for watching.